the manager of nonprofit services at Causes, and pretty much what that means is that it's my job to help nonprofits run successful campaigns online. So it means I get to work with a lot of different kinds of nonprofits, big ones, small ones, some just starting out with social media, some that are pros and have been at it since social media was born. But my job is to help you guys to be more successful at whatever you're trying to do online, and especially on Causes. So today we're going to do kind of a general overview of the tools that are available to you on Causes, as well as kind of highlight some tips for running successful campaigns online. Now, a lot of the specifics are going to be about what is available on Causes, but I hope that, even if you're thinking about doing campaigns that aren't on Causes, a lot of the takeaways are the same, and the guiding principles for what you should be doing on social media apply whether you're doing it on Causes or on Twitter or other things. So hopefully this will apply to a lot of the different ways that you are using online tools for your nonprofit. Getting to Causes now. I want to give you just a really brief overview. It's most important to know, first of all, that Causes is an application on Facebook. We are not a part of Facebook. We aren't the same company. They don't own us or anything like that. We are our own separate company of about 25 people that are based out in San Francisco. I'm the lone East Coast employee based in DC, which is really fun. But it means I get to do a lot of things like this and kind of go and meet you guys and meet with a ton of different nonprofits. So we have 150 million users, 500,000 causes, 17,000 nonprofits, partners. Now those are nonprofits that have signed up to work with us, access the free tools that we have available. We can fundraise for all 1.5 million registered charities with the IRS. I think that it's 1.5 million. I keep getting confused when they're like, we're going to take a bunch of people off the list, we're going to add people to the list, but anyone who's registered with the IRS can fundraise on Causes. Now that does mean that for a lot of you who haven't started a nonprofit yet, that you won't be able to fundraise yet on Causes. But that doesn't mean that you can't take a lot of what we're going to be talking about today about community building and bringing people together around an issue that's really important to them, and start working on your community now, so that when you are able to fundraise, when you do incorporate as a nonprofit, that you'll be all ready to go. So there are a lot of different things you can do on Causes. I'm going to focus about, half the presentation on fundraising, but I also want to make sure to touch on things like advocacy, awareness raising, and community. So don't be afraid to ask questions about anything that you can do on Causes. Two kind of main things to set the stage and talk about the background of what is Causes all about, where are we coming from, and what types of things should you be thinking about when you're using Causes. And really a lot of this applies to different areas of social media, but Causes in particular. I think that one of the most important things is that Causes is grassroots organizing. That's the background of one of our founders, Joe Green. He was a political organizer, and that's what he was thinking about when he was envisioning Causes 4-ish years ago. And so it's really all about you helping other people to reach out to their network and to share stories with people and to really get a lot of communities involved, because one person tells another person who tells another person. So it's just as much about enabling your supporters and helping them to want to tell other people and share the story as it is about you just sending messages. Causes does have functionality that's a lot like direct marketing and sending top-down messages where you write something from your nonprofit, you send it out to 1,000 people, and they get that message. But the great thing is it doesn't stop there. It's not just about you and your nonprofit messaging people. It's also about giving them the tools and really encouraging them to then pass that message along and to make sure that it gets to more people than just the number of people who are in the cause, that they can then recruit more people to the cause and really spread that message around. And that's the main reason why we exist on Facebook's platform, is there's already a network there. There are already all these connections that people have, which makes it that much easier for them to then tell their friends, for them to make it social. And that's my favorite thing about Causes. I was meeting with a nonprofit this morning, and I realized that if I had to say one phrase of what is Causes, I think that it's Causes is social. We want people to make causes, to make philanthropy, to make being an activist part of their life and part of their identity. And so we want them to share that, and we want them to be able to say, on their profile where it says, I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, we want them to also say, and Wildlife Federation. You know, we want that to become just as important in their public life as it is, you know, in their hearts, I guess.